Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuah and the truth. Me and Bella Beanie are here today to bring you another video. We are doing the return of Yahusha. I don't know, I didn't slide. No. Okay, so, if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and share down below. This is my backup channel in case anything ever happens on my ministry channel, is-yah Mishpaka. And Bella Beanie seems like she wants to say hello. Say shalom, shalom. Okay, and it's saying my computer needs some more space, so I may have to delete some videos. Not going to delete any of these because these have to go over to my ministry channel for my brothers and sisters that weren't able to follow me over on this channel. Begin short fictional narrative. Factions, denominations. It seemed to be a normal day for Jeremy. It was a perfect day at work, and he was busy doing all sorts of things. Sorry if I'm talking strange. My tooth cracked, and it's pointing, and it's cutting my tongue. I apologize. A little past noontime, a man arrived just as the lunch break began. He wanted to share with Jeremy some things that were very important and kindly requested a short visit. Jeremy had never seen him before, yet somehow he felt he'd known him all his life because they shared the same ruach or spirit, Yahusha. Some weeks before, in private prayer, Jeremy had asked for something very unusual. What had he asked? Mainly wisdom, but he specifically asked that if Yahuchanan, John the Talmud, whom Yahusha loved, was still alive among us in the world, that he call or visit with him briefly in order to help him learn. Not for his own sake, but to be better equipped through such an encounter with a living witness of Yahusha's life and teaching. The man did not give Jeremy his name, but when the man arrived, the text of Hebrews 13:2 blazed into his mind. Do not forget to receive strangers, for by doing so, some have unwittingly entertained messengers. It didn't dawn on Jeremy all at once who this man was, nor did it really matter to him as he imagined it would. Yahuchanan is, after all, just a man. But he only appeared to be around 45 years old to Jeremy. The man's most obvious characteristic was that he was a traveler and was the kindest person you could ever meet. They only spoke together for about 45 minutes. And Jeremy was greatly encouraged by the meeting. Jeremy was most impressed with how considerate Yahuchanan was, and that he didn't think of himself as anyone special at all. In fact, one thing Yahuchanan told Jeremy surprised him, that Yahuchanan counted it an honor to be privileged enough to be able to meet and speak with someone whom Yahusha loved so dearly. This seemed like a paradox in Jeremy's mind. But then it became clear that Yahusha truly loves us all dearly, not only Yahuchanan. In the short 45 minutes, Jeremy mostly listened. Yahuchanan told him that many things are wrong in the bride's walk, but corrections were progressing rapidly among the saints. Yahuchanan summed up a few things, which he counted as disappointments. But he seemed confident that in the end everything would still work out just fine. Yahuchanan listed his disappointments as follows. Denominations. Classes of differing names. Nomen, Latin for name. A dictionary definition. Also, the tendency to separate into different religious sects. Sectarianism. Maybe. Groups which name themselves after a man or some other label grow away from the original foundation, which is Yahusha. Unwittingly, they are attempting to live what seems right in their own eyes, and they feel safety in their numbers. There is a way which seems right, but leads only to death. Yehukanan told Jeremy, the harvest of the earth is near, and knowledge of Yahuah is growing faster than ever before in history. He said the divisions, or sects, or factions within the believers have done great harm, but unity is fast approaching among those who are escaping the wormwood, poison teachings mixed with the truth. The striving between brothers over how to live correctly, what to call themselves, Nicolaitanism, lording over the laity or people, and the teachers always learning but never coming to a knowledge of the truth. 2 Timothy 3:7. Have all kept the bride from becoming spotless and without wrinkle? 1 Corinthians 1:11 through 13 and 3, 4, and 5 deal with these factions, now called denominations, within the Messianic belief. Has the Mashiach been divided? 1 Corinthians 1:13. Truths were lifted up in the eyes of people. Pride tempted these men. Those who fueled their popularity bestowed titles, fame, honor, and all manner of false status and self-importance. Yehukanan was emphasizing that what Shaul or Paul had written about this had fallen on deaf ears, since we are all fellow servants of Elohim in the field of Elohim, the temple of Elohim. For no one is able to lay any other foundation except that which is laid, which is Yahusha HaMashiach. 1 Corinthians 3:11. Factions have developed based on founders of denominations. So attempts to lay new foundations divided the body. The denominations or factions are not the work of Father Yahuah, but rather the works and designs of men. They label themselves and essentially declare, I am John Smith, or I am Martin Luther, and there shall by no means enter into it whatever is unclean, neither anyone doing abomination and falsehood, but only those who are written in the Lamb's book of life. Revelation 21:27. Sunday, Easter, Christmas. Masquerade, any disguise or false outward show, a pretense. I wish my tongue didn't hurt. Okay, we have 2 more pages to go here. Yehukanan told Jeremy that another disappointment to him was the sequential order of the memoirs of the New Testament. Brit Hadashah, renewed covenant writings. The memoirs and letters of the followers of Rabbi Yahusha, Brit Hadashah, were canonized by the Catholic CHRCH, and the order they put them in has somewhat impacted the severity of the misunderstandings of Shaul's writings. 2 Kepha 3:15 through 17, and fueled the spread of their replacement theology. Just look at the order of the writings they're in now. Matthew, Mark, Luke, Yehukanan, Luke, Acts, together, that's 1. Shaul, Romans, Shaul 1 and 2 Corinthians, Shaul, Galatians, Shaul, Ephesians, Shaul, Philippians, Shaul, Colossians, Shaul 1 and 2 Thessalonians, Shaul 1 and 2 Timothy, Shaul, Titus, Shaul, Philemon. Just look at this. Who are they reading first? A wrong first impression is hard to change. When you pick up the scriptures and flip through them, it is quite obvious that the order was carefully planned, and the Yaakov Kepha Yehukanan section is regulated to be the last part. Ivarim or Hebrews. I lean towards the idea that Hebrews was in fact written by Shaul, or Paul, since at 1034 he speaks of his chains and it matches his style. Luke, Stephen, Timothy, or Barnabas are also possible authors, but no one can really say with certainty who actually penned this work. Luke wrote 43% of the Brit Hadashah, but if Hebrews is also his work, then it is closer to 50%. Luke, though bearing a Gentile name, was undoubtedly not Gentile, as most scholars assert, since there was not a problem stated for him being with Shaul in the temple area. Shaul had been accused of bringing Gentiles into the temple area, but this was a false accusation. Luke also knew intricate details such as the order of priestly duties, and even mentions which order Zechariah was assigned to. Yaakov, son of Yosef, or Yusuf, brother of Yahusha. Here it says Yeshua. That might be how it was spelled in that section of scripture. Kepha, 1 and 2 Kepha. Yehukanan, 1, 2, and 3 Yehukanan. Yehuda. I know mommy sounds weird, my tongue hurts. Yehuda, brother of Yaakov and Yahusha. Revelation of Yahusha. Yehukanan, scribe. Yahusha, principal revelator. Better Hebrew title, Kabal. Love you. If we could arrange the order so that Yaakov, Kepha, Yehukanan appear directly following Luke's book of Acts, and shift Shaul's work between Yehuda and Revelation, then a better teaching flow is implemented. Shaul deals with refined details which are easily misunderstood. 2 Kepha 8:15 through 17, while Yaakov, Kepha, and Yehukanan illustrated the weightier foundational material to chew on first, Shaul emphasized their weight at Galatians. So when Yaakov, Kepha, and Yehukanan, who seemed to be supporters, came to follow the favor that had been given to me, they gave me and Barnabas the right hand of fellowship in order that we go to the Gentiles, and they too the circumcised. Galatians 2:9. Notice Shaul called these 3 men in that order pillars, or supports of the early assembly. These were the same 3 men who witnessed Yahusha's transformation. Perhaps it would be more pleasing to Yahusha for us to restore these men's words to an earlier appearance in Scripture and put Brother Shaul's writings later in the sequence. So now we've imagined what it might be like to speak to someone like Yehukanan, a living witness, who was among the first students of Rabbi Yahusha HaMashiach of Nazareth. Surely such a man would not suggest that Yahusha established a new religion. I'm sorry I lost my place. Nor would he imagine himself or Yahusha to be anything like a Catholic or Protestant. Men who are a part of large institutional groups cannot step out and write a book like this, or they would be cast away. And in most times and places, they would quickly lose their lives at the hands of their religious peers. John Calvin had a man hung from the bell tower just because he taught a slightly different take on the Trinity. How far we have fallen away from the tree of life. To put it another way, the inmates have been running the asylum. Or the patients have been running the asylum. Either way. The trigger, which will set everything into motion, will be the dividing up of the land. Okay, I'm going to end this here. I'm going to have to start with that sentence. That sentence goes with this page here. Why Yahuah will act in the end days. I've been splitting it up into one section per video. I feel like it's more easily understood that way, and it's easier for me to write the title, because then I don't have to write multiple titles. I can just write Factions and Denominations or Begin Short Fictional Narrative. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson, and I am going to I'm going to try to sing a song. It's kind of hard with my tongue the way it is, but I'm going to try my best. I wasted so much paper. I was trying to do this at-home job, and they had you take a 3-day course, and it took like pretty much 5 to 8 hours a day to get it done, and I ended up not doing it because I would have had to ask people if they would buy knife sets that are like $1,200. So I didn't think anyone in my area would buy them. But there's some like more richy areas of my town that I probably could have went to, but they want you to go first, call people you know, and then like your parents, which my mother and I don't talk, and then my stepmom, and like people I knew out of my contact list. They said this is a door knocking job. So I didn't end up doing it. I just felt like I wouldn't succeed, so I didn't do it. And who wants to buy a knife set? Even though they replace knives that break on you, if they ever break, because there's a guarantee that your knives will never break and they'll never have to be replaced. But if they do, there's a guarantee. But who wants to spend that much money on a knife set? Not me. I don't have that type of money. Okay, so I'm going to find a song for us to sing today, because this is my favorite part, to praise Yahuah, and if I have to stop, I'll have to stop. But cup overflows. You fill my cup to overflowing. Keep my heart full of joy. Your compassion and your mercy. Oh, Abba Yahuah, I will never let you down. You lift me up when I think there's no coming back, no turning around. Let me see. My feet are firmly planted on the ground. I can't wait to see you coming on a cloud of righteousness. Yahuah, as long as I have you, I know I will never fall. And your loving kindness carries me through. If I were to fall, you are always right there to catch me. I am steadfast in Amunah, faithful and true. Filled with your loving kindness, seeking out the lost sheep who wandered out of your pasture, who stumbled off the narrow way. I'm waiting in anticipation in my white garments for your coming day. I haven't sang that one in a long time. I love you all with an everlasting love, as our Abba Yahuah and the Shamayim loves each and every one of us. Bella, I know when I sing you fall asleep. Oh, there you go. Okay, ready? Blow kisses. We love you all. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Bye-bye. Bella Beanie says shalom. Until next time.